Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're zoning in on Morbi. It's a city in Gujarat, Western India.
That's right. We've got this city overview document.
Yeah, and the plan is to basically get a quick feel for what makes Morbi, well, Morbi, stands out.
Exactly. Dig into this overview, pull out the highlights, the surprises maybe.
Okay, so first up,
Mm-hmm.
where is it? The document says Gujarat, right on the Machu River.
And about 60 kilometers from Rajkot, which is a fairly major city nearby.
Got it. So it's in the Saurashtra region.
And it's actually the headquarters for the Morbi district. So it has that administrative importance locally.
Now, history. This bit caught my eye.
Yeah.
It used to be a princely state.
Yeah, before Indian independence. Ruled by the Jadeja dynasty, a local royal family.
And this leads to something pretty unique, apparently, the architecture.
Well, yes. The overview mentions a lot of European-influenced architecture, which is quite unusual for that region.
You wouldn't necessarily expect that blend in Western India. Seems the former rulers were behind that.
It seems so. And speaking of landmarks, the suspension bridge, the Holto Pool, gets a mention. Very iconic.
Iconic, yes, but also tied to that terrible tragedy in 2022 when it collapsed.
A really awful event, but the document highlights its historical significance before that. It was a major structure.
Okay, shifting gears to its economy now. It's known as the ceramics capital of India. That sounds pretty big.
Oh, it is. Globally significant. Morbi is a powerhouse for manufacturing ceramic products.
Like tiles and sanitary ware.
Tiles, sanitary ware, those vitrified products, the really durable, shiny stuff. A massive amount is made there and exported all over the world.
And here's a fun fact. Before ceramics took over, the overview says Morbi was famous for making wall clocks.
Clocks. See, that shows how an area's industrial focus can completely shift over time. Adaptability.
Right, from clocks to ceramics.
And it's not just ceramics now, either. The document also points to engineering and plastic sectors being present.
So a bit more diverse than just the ceramics capital tag suggests.
Definitely. Diversification is usually a healthy sign for an economy.
And all this industry, this growth, it must attract people, right?
For sure. The overview mentions it draws investors and workers from all over India. It's clearly seen as a place with opportunity.
But rapid growth often comes with, well, challenges.
Exactly. And the document touches on those. Things like ensuring adequate water supply, keeping infrastructure up to pace, and managing industrial pollution.
Yeah, classic growing pains for a booming industrial city.
Pretty much. It's a balancing act.
Okay, what about the culture? What's life like there?
Well, predominantly Gujarati speaking, as you'd expect in Gujarat.
Makes sense.
And it sounds like a vibrant cultural scene. Traditional folk music, garba, that lively dance.
Oh yeah, Garba, very energetic.
And big festivals celebrated widely, like Navratri and Diwali. So strong connections to broader Indian traditions.
Nice, so it's not all industry.
Not at all. And the food sounds good, too. Gujarati thalis, those big platters with lots of little dishes.
I love a good thali.
And things called farsan, savory snacks, plus popular sweets like gulab jamun and jalebi.
Okay, now I'm hungry. Right, last bit. Getting there. How connected is Morbi?
Seems pretty well connected. Good roads link it to major cities like Rajkot and Ahmedabad.
And trains?
Yep. There's a Morbi railway station connecting to the main network. And for flights, Rajkot Airport isn't too far, about 65 kilometers away.
So reasonably accessible for people and crucially for transporting all those ceramics.
Absolutely. That connectivity is vital for its economy.
Okay, so wrapping this up. Morbi, former princely state, surprising European architecture, now a global ceramics giant.
With a lively Gujarati culture, facing the typical challenges that come with rapid industrial growth.
It's quite the mix of old and new, tradition and industry.
A real blend, yeah. History, modern economic power, cultural roots, and growing pains all in one place.
So here's something to think about. With Morbi pushing forward so fast industrially, but having this unique history and facing infrastructure challenges, how does it strike that balance? How does it grow economically while holding on to its character and making sure everything works?
That's a big question for its future, isn't it? Balancing progress with preservation and sustainability.
Definitely something to mull over. Thanks for digging into this with me.